What if I told you that it only took you 5 minutes for you to finally lock in? So I told so many people this, and they still don't believe me, as they believe our attention spans nowadays have dropped so low that a goldfish actually might be beating us in attention. Just think about it. Think about those kids back in school, yeah, who had no attention span to the point where they had to keep making distractions just to keep themselves entertained. And now you'll see people who can't even finish a sentence without even checking their phones properly. And it's becoming so obvious everywhere. You know, I see this on a bus, in the class, and even when you're just hanging out with your friends. I used to believe in that I can go into monk mode focus any time of the day I wanted, as I used to tell this to myself and people who questioned my attention span, as they pretty much saw me playing the PlayStation all day. And the thing is, when I actually tried to go in that monk mode, that state is like I can easily go in, you know, as I said, I folded in less than 10 seconds under zero pressure, basically. So, and it wasn't just with my studies either. It was with me and my friends when I was just talking to people itself. And I just found myself scrolling mid-conversation. And now I fully realize what the hell was I doing back then. The worst thing is about UK schools and that we tend to not have our phones in like year 11 or below, right? You weren't even allowed to bring your phones into school. And I felt like an actual addict, you know, like craving away, like fucking itching away on my skin, because I just didn't have that contact with dopamine to actually like satisfy me. So I just started actually being that distraction kid. And this had affected my relationships a lot, especially with my friends, as I genuinely felt like I had no real friends at the end of the day, just because I never gave my own full attention towards them, which made me feel like almost like strangers to them sometimes. And we all know why that reason is. It's our phones, right? Anything we want, a video, a music, answers, whatever it may be, it's always just one tap away. And this constant stimulation dulls our dopamine receptors up here and makes us so slow that focus work, like even focusing more than 10 minutes, is actually a struggle. Starting that easy task is a struggle nowadays. And it's kind of our fault, but not our fault at the same time. It's not our fault because due to the fact that these apps are designed to be like, you know, casinos, in the sense that every swipe is like a pull or a lever, like, you know, you're waiting for that next rush of dopamine to hit you, right? But at the same time, it is our fault in the sense that we're the ones that control it. It's like with AI. It's like there's people who hate our AI and then continue to use ChatGPT on the daily for the simplest task. So it could be both, a bit of both. But for thousands of years, we used to work one task at a time. Like, you know, hunting, building, gathering. We had one job, one role, and we stuck to that. That's why we survived for so long to here. As our brains didn't have the time to, like, you know, split the attention where to 10 different things, which are like fighting for our attention nowadays. Like, and I used to do that all the time. I'd watch videos while I'm studying, and eventually it would just become me watching videos while the book was just there and not me actually studying, as it made me feel productive, but I haven't moved in on the page. And that is a big trap we keep falling into as a society. We keep training our brains to enjoy the feeling of progression, the feeling of success, instead of actually the real progression and how hard it is to get to that. And I know you've probably heard this advice before about this dopamine detox, yada, yada, yada. But I'm not going to repeat that, okay? Please, listen. Have you ever actually noticed that the hard part of doing any work or making progression is just starting it? You know, because we keep on doing this thing where we keep on delaying it, saying, I'll do it later, or I'll do when I feel ready. That kind of thing. But here's the truth, brother. You are never going to feel ready, as that is a decision you make, not a feeling. But once you push through that pain of just like that delayingness and just push through the first like few minutes of discomfort, trust me, you know it yourself, it gets easier. That's why this 5-minute rule helps so much that it actually tricks your brain into actually starting to work early instead of just giving you endless excuses. So literally, I don't think you need a pen and paper for this. Literally just listen to these 3 things, okay? Here we go. 1, pick a task. 2, remove any distractions. And guess what? Number 3, start working. Just for 5 minutes. That's all I ask of you. If right now you're watching this video instead of doing your work, all I ask you is that when this video ends, just start for 5 minutes. Whatever that task was meant to be, whether it's your schoolwork, whether it's like your big business, or whatever it is trying to be, start for 5 minutes. And that's it. And by that time those 5 minutes are up, guess what? Your brain slips into that deep work state, that deep flow state, where ideas start to come to you naturally at that point. If you stop after 5 minutes, it's fine. Trust me, because you still made progress at the end of the day compared to your original self that would have made it, right? Don't devalue it. And look, trust me, tonight, when you're done watching this video, do that 5-minute rule on something that you've been avoiding the whole day, whole week, whole month, even potentially the whole year. Just start what it is. I don't care if it's your homework, I don't care if it's your journey, I don't care if it's your exercise, whatever it may be, just do it.
Do it!
Just do it.
Just do it!
When you finish with that, let me know how it goes. I want to see if this advice works for other people, so let me know how it goes. And brother, this is a win-win situation at the end of the day. It's either you win as you work longer than you plan to, or you at least move the task forward, which was way better compared to you beforehand. So comment this random word right here if you want to be featured in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye. As well as if you are struggling to find your authentic self, I'm more than happy to hop on a free one-on-one call with me, and it'll be in the link below where we can just talk about anything, and either you want me to give you advice about something, or you want my perspective, or you just want someone to vent to it. I'm happy for either way. Remember this: you're born to be nothing, but you can live to be anything. I wrote that shit.